Putin's backed political party has won the Russian election. That means Putin has crossed the red line. Immediately after the Russian election, scenario number 2 has started unfolding in Russia. In this video, I want to share very important information with you guys, which in my view clearly shows that something huge is about to happen in Russia. Okay, let's connect the dots to paint a full picture in our minds. It seems that all countries bordering on the European side with Russia are building security fences in the name to protect those countries from immigrants. Let me ask you, what immigrants? This is a cover story for something much bigger. Authorities in Norway have decided to build a fence at the only checkpoint on the border with Russia in a bid to prevent a new wave of immigrants crossing. Baltic states have been building an enormous 250-mile-long fence along Europe's eastern border with Russia in a desperate bid to hold back the immigrant influx. Latvia has built a fence on its border with Russia in order to protect against illegal immigrants entering the European Union. Great Ukrainian Wall. Kiev has spent $200 million on Russian border defense. It is clear that those countries bordering with Russia are building those security fences in the place where WW3 is about to start. What is the point to spend nearly $500 million on the border defense when there is very little flow of any kind of refugees? Here is Russia. The reason why we are looking at this map is that I want to show you that Russia is in deep trouble. I want you guys to have a clear picture in your mind, because all the other information in this video and in my new video will be directly related to this map. To prevent an attack on Russia, Putin is placing all kinds of missiles, including nuclear ones, and missile defense systems all along the border with Ukraine. Putin is placing S-400 missile defense systems around Moscow. Also in Moscow we have mobile vehicles with nuclear missiles patrolling Moscow streets. We have S-400 missile defense systems put there along Finland, and we have S-300 and S-400 missile defense systems here in Kaliningrad. Then we have S-300 missile defense systems stationed in Belarus. And the most recent announcement by Russia to station S-300 and S-400 missile defense systems in Crimea, when we had the biggest NATO military drills and military training on the land, water and in the air. We have Obama and NATO activated the missile defense shield in the United States, in Israel, in Poland, in Romania, in the Sea of Spain, and we have US radars in Norway and in Turkey. On top of that, we have Germany and Netherlands working on their own joint missile defense shield. Then we have one of the Baltic states getting a missile defense shield from the United States. Then we have missile defense systems on ships in the Baltic Sea, in the Black Sea and in the Sea of Spain. When we have the conflict escalating in Ukraine on the border with Crimea, when we have the conflict escalating in Syria, it is obvious that the stage is set for global conflict. When Belgium has provided the radiation protection pills to its citizens, we have German, Finnish and Czech Republic governments warning its citizens to stock up on food, water, medicine and other essential supplies for at least 10 to 30 days. When we have the missile defense shields active on both sides on this map, we have 40 million people in Russia taking part in the biggest drill, together with 200,000 professional rescue units and 50,000 vehicles. Why the whole country was training to go to bunkers during October 4th to October 7th? 40 million people who live in Russia, including all levels of the Russian government apparatus, was participating in a civil defense emergency drill. The civil defense team will train for man-made disaster, radiation, chemical and biological protection. While the Russian ministry does not specify what kind of man-caused disaster it envisions, it would have to be a substantial one. For 40 million Russians to take part in the emergency preparedness drill. It is clear that Russia has held its biggest nuclear war drill since the end of the Cold War. Everything seems to be lining up. All the recent movement of the military vehicles, all those videos on YouTube on UN vehicles put in different places in the United States, the potential global economic collapse which will start in Europe this year, referendum in Italy in December, countries in Europe telling to their citizens to prepare for something big, but they wouldn't tell us what is about to happen, FBI warning of a major event, preparation for martial law and riots in the US, and this not usual warning test of the United States national broadcast system, not to mention the election inside the United States that will change this world forever. Breaking News TV will keep you updated with the real news, where it's becoming increasingly hard to find it on YouTube. You can find all our best videos on Breaking News TV YouTube channel.